It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC West rivals. It's the Raiders and the Bulls. Coming up next.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the L.A. Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hasn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And some space here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Davis now to return it. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Oh, he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a 1st down. Going QB sneak on 4th and 2. That was pretty bold, but he got 3 yards.
It really was, especially when you talk about 4th and 2. QB sneaks are 4th and 1 or less as a general rule. But when you go for 2 yards, that means you got a lot of help up front to create the space you needed.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Myers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing, O'Connell. It's Myers again with another catch. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. The Charger offense making their way back out there. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. Shrugs him off. And he gets it to the... Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he found that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. It'll be a pickup of... It's up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Herbert. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So another good job defensively, because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These 2 teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now it's O'Connell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Returnable here for Davis. Part of the 48-yard punt, give him 9, though, on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Eckler. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game, you'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
O'Connell to throw on 2nd down. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, O'Connell. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. O'Connell working from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they go play action here with O'Connell. This is intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. O'Connell. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. O'Connell. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second and 3 from the 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Max Crosby in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
O'Connell looking to throw on first. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Call it a game. And that will bring up second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now O'Connell.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Up the middle with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.